Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with the bull. I need all the Philadelphia 76ers fans to let me know. Who would you choose, Fred VanVleet or James Harden? I need you to leave in the comments below and let me know what you think. And make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with the bull. You know the vibes. So I have mixed feelings about this whole conversation about James Harden. You know what I mean? James Harden is an all-time great, top 50 player of all time. And he accomplished a lot in the NBA. He just doesn't do enough in the playoffs. But I want to say this real quick. I got to get this off my chest real quick. James Harden had two 40-piece nuggets. He had 40 points in 2 games. Game 1, and I forgot the other game he had in the playoffs against the Boston Celtics. If it wasn't for those 2 games, we would have probably lost that series in 5. That's just my personal opinion. So the job, because I know game 1, I believe Joel Embiid missed, right? And this is my whole point, right? It's not just on James Harden. It's on the coaching. It's on Joel Embiid. It's on Tyrese Maxey. It's on Tobias Harris. They didn't do their part as well. As much as I want to give all the blame to James Harden because he looked it terrible in Game 7. He looked it terrible in Game 6, second half. He looked it terrible. Joel Embiid's the MVP. Joel Embiid's the superstar player on this team. Tyrese Maxey's an up-and-coming star. Tobias Harris is getting paid big dollars. There's no reason why Tobias Harris should be the leading scorer in any single game in the playoffs. I know for a fact that he was the leading scorer. I forgot which game it was. I don't know if it was Game 7 or Game 6. But one of those games, he was the leading scorer. There's no reason for that. As a superstar, and I don't care about the injury. That's one thing. Hold on. I'm about to talk my talk. Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me. I'm about to talk my talk, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Joel Embiid, I don't really care about the injury. Once you're on the court, it doesn't matter. You play. When you play, the injuries don't matter at that point. He played pretty well overall in the series. He didn't really bring it offensively, but he brought it defensively for the most part. So I give him credit for that. But as the MVP, there's no reason you should ball like that and put your head down and your shoulders all slumped and giving up. There's no reason for that as the MVP of the NBA in the regular season. You don't give up. You don't quit. That's for all the players. That's not just Joel Embiid, but he's a superstar, so I have to give him the most blame when it comes to that because they look at you as the leader, Joel Embiid. You have to ball out regardless of what's going on. If you're down by 10, 15, and 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, you don't give up. You grind and you grind until there's no time left on the shot clock. You keep on fighting to be victorious so we can get a championship. We ain't win since 1983. We need to have players that have that dog in them. The Miami Heat got to the NBA Finals against the Nuggets. You want to know why? It's not because they're the most talented. It's because they have the heart and the desire. They have players that got that dog in them. They got players that are not scared of the moment. And I'm going to get back to what I'm saying about Fred and James Harden, but I just have to get this off my chest. It is not all on James Harden. It is not. It's Doc not making adjustments. Williams and Horford. When they made that adjustment, the Celtics made that adjustment. What did Doc Rivers do? There's no reason you should have PJ Tucker playing center. There is no reason for that. There's no reason you didn't get in Joel Embiid's face and Tyrese Maxey's face and say to them, get your crap together, man. This is go time or go home in Game 6. This is the best opportunity at home to finish the Boston Celtics out right now in Game 6. And what did they do? They folded under the pressure in the second half. Come on. Us Philly fans deserve better than that. We deserve better and we will get better. So this is not just on James Harden. It's on everybody. But James Harden has the ball in his hands the most because he's the point guard. But look, this is how I look at it real quick before I get to what I'm about to say. Tyrese Maxey deserves an opportunity. If James Harden happens to go to the Rockets, Tyrese Maxey needs to be the point. I'm not going to underestimate this young man. He improved every single season. I think he has it in him to facilitate. I think he has the IQ. I think he has the drive, the heart, the mentality to facilitate the ball to everybody on the court. I believe he can do it. I believe he can score an average 25 points a game. I believe it can happen. I believe he can average 8 to 10 assists a game. He just needs the opportunity. And he needs a coach that believes in him also. Doc Rivers didn't believe in him like he should have believed in him. When we had Ben Simmons, he didn't believe in Tyrese Maxey. If it wasn't for Ben Simmons quitting, we would have not seen Tyrese Maxey the way we see him now. And we all know who the best player is. I don't care about how tall Ben Simmons, his handle. He can't run a half-court offense. Let me get off of that because now I'm about to start talking my talk. I ain't trying to get into that, but I will if I have to. Leave in the comments below and let me know what you think about Tyrese Maxey being the straight-up point guard. Leave in the comments below. Let me know what you think. All right, now going back to the subject. Fred and James Harden, right? Fred and James Harden. Who? If I'm going to be honest with you, I'm like 50-50 or 60-40. And I'm going to tell you why I feel like that. Because James Harden did his part in the playoffs. He did his part. He just didn't do his part when it really counted, when he only had like 9 points in Game 7. But that's beside the point. Nobody else stepped up. Tobias Harris, it's just crazy. I don't even want to get into that. But, so he did show up in the playoffs. He didn't show up consistently through all the games. But he has an MVP that didn't show up either. All right, so Kendrick Perkins is saying, what did Kendrick Perkins say? And I agree with a lot of his stuff he's saying. He said, we don't even know who the most important player to the franchise is. That's what Kendrick Perkins says. The way the Philadelphia 76ers are moving, they're acting like James Harden is their top priority, and that's not it. They have other options and other players that would love to play with Joel Embiid. That's a fact. Why would you not want to play with Joel Embiid? You know what I'm saying? So that's a fact right there. I agree with you, Perkins. He has suggestions that could replace James Harden. He said Fred VanVleet, who recently opted out of his contract, which that is true. He said the trio of Embiid, Maxey, and Fred will be more potent than the current core, Harden, Maxey, in the backcourt. I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe in the postseason, you're talking about postseason, yeah, Fred is definitely clutch. He can definitely hit the shots. He's not scared at the moment. I agree with that part. Fred VanVleet has proven in big stage. All right, I just said that he can play off the ball. All right, that's another thing. That's what I'm saying. He can play off the ball. So you have Tyrese as the one and have Fred number 2. There you go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to look up the stats. I just know Tyrese Maxey's a baller. I just know with the proper opportunity and the coach that believes in him, he will explode when it comes to being a star. That's just my personal opinion. Leave in the comments below. Let me know. Am I tripping? Am I tripping when I say that? He says, what else does Kendrick Perkins says? He says, James Harden doesn't want to take a less role. That's a fact. I look at it like this. I would like Fred probably. I don't know. I'm up in the air. I don't know. I really don't know. I like Fred. I like James. I would probably want Fred a little bit more than James because Fred will be cheaper overall. And you can spread that money around and get other pieces so we can so we're not so top heavy on the team. You know what I mean? It takes a team to win a championship. You know what I mean? So, and we got to get rid of Tobias Harris for the right pieces. I'm not saying just get rid of him for anybody, but we have to do what we have to do. But tell me in the comments below what y'all think about that. And, yeah, Tyrese Maxey is definitely the guy that we need to put more responsibility on because he has the talent. I wouldn't be saying it if I don't see the potential in him. I know he's young. I know he's only like, 22, 23? I know he's young, but he has it. He has that dog in him. He improves every year. And James Harden, I'm iffy with him, but he did ball out when for a couple of games in against the Celtics. He did ball out. He didn't ball out game 7, game 6 when we needed him the most, but he did do something. But that's not just all on him. Know what I'm saying? So let me know in the comments below what you think. And I just want to get this one more thing off my chest real quick. Dame, I'm going to just keep it real with you. That's the only player I'm trading Tyrese Maxey for. I know people are going to disagree with me because there's Dame is like 31, 32, whatever, however age he is, and Tyrese Maxey is only 23. I understand it. I understand that. Or if you're trying to win a championship right now, I would make that trade. If you're just trying to build Dame is just on another level. We would hope Tyrese Maxey gets to that level. And I don't want to trade him, but like I said before, I want to win a championship, man. It is not a guaranteed that Tyrese Maxey will be on the same level of Dame one day. Even at the rate that Tyrese Maxey is growing as a player. We don't know. I don't want to trade Tyrese. If there was some way we could do a sign and trade and get Dame and trade Tobias and James Harden and somehow get Dame, that's what I would want to do. But that's all I got to say. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you vibing with me. If you're a Philadelphia 76er fan, like and subscribe. And I'm out.